Hi, my name is Amy. What is your name?
Hi Amy, my name is Martha. I'm an interpretive ranger here at Natural Bridges, and I wanted to share about how this is a very special park here at Natural Bridges. We have 12 different habitats, which means that there's lots of different places where the birds can come, and it's considered a hot spot for birds. Many different species come here, as you can see on my sheet. When you're thinking about birds, oftentimes you look at their beak and you see how do they make a living. With the owl, it's very helpful, and we have a family of owls that's living here right now at Natural Bridges. They have many gophers in the park, and they are helping us with controlling the gophers. And when you look at how would they find the gophers or the mice? Well, at nighttime, they have to hear these animals, and that's really difficult. And so what they have is they have ears that can triangulate, which means that they can hear from one ear that's farther low, it's down lower, and one ear that's higher, one ear that's farther back, and one that's farther front, and so they can make like a little triangle to hear the sound of the smallest little animal that's out there that they'd like to catch for their babies. Also, just like hawks, they have very good eyes, and this is exactly what we see. The top picture, if we're looking at a rabbit in a certain distance, and the lower picture is what the hawk sees. So the owl's really good hearing, the hawk's really good eyesight to make a living. Now, when you look at the woodpeckers, you can see that they have a very strong beak, and their feet are really different. Instead of having 3 toes on the top and 1 behind, you notice how they have the 2 on the top and the 2 below. And that's to be able to climb up and down the trees. And with a very strong beak, you would wonder, how come they don't get a headache? And what they do is they are pounding into the tree and trying to find insects in the distance inside the tree. And their tongue is around their head, protecting themselves from that banging against the tree. And then when they're eating, the tongue swirls down and comes out of their mouth, and they can eat the food, the insects. We also have some seed eaters. For instance, this one is one that comes in the wintertime, and you see a bright flash of yellow in the grove, and this is the little Townsend's warbler. And you can see from its beak that it's eating some insects in the forest and clinging onto branches and hopping around. And then with the seed-eating beak, you can see right here, we have for seeds and for the cedar waxwing for oftentimes eating berries. So many different ways these birds make a living, and you can tell by their body structure what habitat you'd probably find them in and what they're eating.